Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Rosario Borgesi and in this video we will see how to use Neynar to interact with Farcaster. In particular, we will see how to set up a webhook that listens for mentions. We will also see how to retrieve the user data from its username, and then we will also see how to send a cast programmatically. So let's get started. Neynar is the library that allow us to interact with the Farcaster. So if we want to create an application that does some stuff on Farcaster, we need to use Neynar and we need to create an API key. Once we have obtained this API key, we could, for example, create a webhook, for example, to listen for events on Farcaster. In this video, we will see, for example, how to listen to mention. We can just log in to Neynar. We go into our developer page, we go here to Webhooks. I have already created the webhook that we will use today. Here we put the target URL of the REST API that we will use that we will be listening to the events, the mentioned events on Farcaster that I have deployed here on Railway at this URL. And then this is the endpoint of the that will process these mentions that we will discuss later on. And since we want to listen to the mentions, but we want to listen to the mentions when the cast is created. So for each cast created, we here we put the let's say the feed of the user that we want to listen to. In this, you can obtain the feed from your profile in WordCast, and you can go here to About. So you get the feed. This is the feed, of course, of my account, but you can do so. You can listen to any account that you like, of course, on Farcaster. So once you have completed this setup, we need to create the this is the article that I've created for this video, and you will find in the description. We need to create, as I was saying, the REST API that will handle these mentions so that we'll be listening to the mention. And this is being created, this can be created very easily with Express. So here we are just creating a REST API that just prints the events that arrive on our the event that it is fired when our account is mentioned. So my application, it is running because as I've said earlier, I have deployed it on Railway. So we can just test this REST API by creating a new cast. For example, let's write the feed that I put on the webhook page. It is related to my account. So if I mention my account, okay, let's write this simple cast. Okay, the cast has been successfully created. If I go here in the log page, Okay, as you can see here, it has appeared the event that I have created. So the type is cast. Here there are some information about the author, which is of course my account. And here we should be able also to find the text. So no, the text is here. Okay. No, this is my bio, sorry. Um, okay, here it is the text. At Rosario Borgesi, hello man, how are you? So this is the text of our class. Then you have all the other information related to the user. It gives you all bunch of information. So this is as for the webbook is concerned. Then now we have seen the webbook for which we don't have to use the Neynar client to, for example, to fetch some information from Farcaster on also um, to write some information from Farcaster, but in order to execute these operations, we need to use the Neynar client, as I was saying, and for this we need to install into our application the Neynar SDK. So the Neynar SDK, we can install it as we do for any package on Node.js. So we import it. I have also done into our repository here. So we basically we install the SDK and then we use this object here to perform the operation that we want to perform. Otherwise, we need to use we need to call the REST API directly of Neynar. So once we have this client, Neynar client object, here, for example, if we like to let's say find the information for a specific username, the user info, we could create, for example, this endpoint here in Express and call this function here, lookup user by username. We provide the username that it is retrieved from the query string. And then, of course, once we make this call to this function, we return the response. So this could be tested very easily on, for example, on post. So for example, here I put my handle, my username, and here I am gathering all the information about my profile. So as you can see here, like before in the webbook, there are a bunch of information here. The it address is associated to my profile. The X account that has been linked to Farcaster. So a bunch of information. So and this is of course this is one way to do it. Otherwise, we can, if we want to learn more, we could, for example, here fetch the information. Here fetch user information. For example, here search for usernames. This is the uh, here we can find all the parameters that we can specify, because of course the client, it is a wrapper around this all this REST API here, all these endpoints here. So it allows us to make this request in a much more easier manner. And The other thing that we can try, it is, for example, to cast publish a cast on Farcaster. And to do it, the first thing to do is that this is a little bit tricky. We need to generate a signer. In order to generate a signer, we need to here it is explained very well in the document. We need to go to this repository here, so Farcaster example. Then once we clone this repository, we need to, of course, install the dependencies. Then we need to create an environment variables with the Neynar API key that we have obtained before, and also the Farcaster developer mnemonic. This is the seed phrase that you get when you create a new account on WordCast. So you get the 24 words and you have to put those 24 words here. Okay. So once you have created this .m file with these two information, you need to run this yarn get approved signer, and this actually calls this function here, get approved signer, and this is basically a little program that listens for us to do a very simple operation. So we need to once this program is running, here was the readme, okay, we need to go to this URL here, because once the program is running, it generates this information here, some like this. So I've detected this user, this is your address, you want to generate a sign. Here it gives you a bunch of information, okay, bunch of data. So you go to this page here, and you go in add for, you connect your address with the MetaMask, your wallet, and you put this information here. For example, here feed owner. Here you get all the data that you have to put here in all those fields. When you have filled them all them out, you click, you press the right button, and it generates a transaction on Optimism. So you need some little bit of money, like I don't know, uh, um, let's say $2 on Optimism in order to execute this transaction, because this is a transaction, of course, on Optimism mainnet. So once you have done this, it will the application it will print out this string, which is the signer, and it will also create a new environment variable called signer underscore UID on your project. And this is important because we will need this signer UID to be able to send a cast on Farcaster. So once we have obtained this signer UID, we can create another endpoint, post endpoint, where we call the function publish cast. We pass the signer UID, a text. For example, if here we want to pass, for example, a text, and here I have added also this field URL where you can put the link of an image URL. Very simple. Of course, if you like, you can go to here to the documentation, here cast, for example, there is a post cast. You will get all the information here, as you can see, for the embeds. You get all the information in a greater detail. For example, here if you put this information in the parent, this creates a reply to another cast. So you can do a very bunch, a lot of stuff here. And so let's say, for example, that we want to cast this image. We can copy this image address. This is taken from Unsplash. So it should be free. And we go to, we create a post request to our endpoint. Let's say we want to cast a message with my beautiful Amaro. And we put here, for example, yes, image URL. Image URL. This should be fine. So let's send this cast. Okay. So if I go to, this is the page of, I'm using this user here. So if I go to my page, okay, here we can see this is the address that is casting. My beautiful Camaro, I didn't wrote it correctly, and with the image that we have chosen before. So we have reached the end of the video. I hope that it has been useful. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.